difficulty. He gets it done. To overtime we go. First overall pick, Grant Ament. #1 in points in the league. How about this no-look to Ryan Ambler? And what a catch and finish. That's how it ended. The look away. Still don't know how Ryan Ambler caught that.
No, still don't.
Set his feet, fires. Overtime win Archers, and they remain unbeaten. RB, you take a peek here at the standings, and what do you think?
You look going back to that elimination round. Isn't it better to be 6 or 7 than 4 or 5?
Maybe.
I mean, if you're 4 or 5, you're basically winning the right to play the #1 seed coming off a bye. I'm not advocating tanking here, Paul, but I think I'd rather be 6 or 7.
I've said the word balance once already when it comes to the Whipsnakes, and we know about Matt Rambo. We saw Zed Williams. There are players all over the field for Jim Stagnito.
And these new players have integrated themselves so well. You know, you got to start with Zed Williams. You see right there leading the team in goals. He's such a good complement to Rambo on that right side. Heavy right-handed dodger, creative, unpredictable. And meanwhile, what did Rambo call him, the garbage man? You got Carlson inside. 5 goals, north of 50% shooting percentage. Cradles it probably, 10 times a game. Knows his role, executes to that role, and doesn't try to do anything else. He's a great, great piece of their overall puzzle offensively.
Big part of that puzzle outside when it comes to the 2 is Mike Chanachuk. He's on the field with Todd Harris.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. Mike, big game for you guys today. Defending champions, you're still undefeated, but you get a team that's very talented, still looking for their first win. What do you expect from them today?
Yeah, I mean, they're a tough team. Obviously, last year they beat us once in the regular season, and we've had some really close games, overtime game last year as well. So they're going to come out, give it their all, and really put up a tough matchup. So, we just got to mentally prepare for this and not expect anything to come easy.
As an offensive spark for this squad, how do you guys avoid those lulls that seem to come somewhere in the mid-second or mid-third and not let them get the momentum and start rolling?
You know what? Everybody's so talented that there's going to be ebbs and flows of the game. Obviously, if we want to try to play 48 minutes clean, but it's really hard to do that. So for us, we got to recognize when those lulls start to happen and maybe try to shorten them up.
Shanny, thanks much. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Shanny and the Whips have scored 28 points in 2 wins. You look at the other side, Andy Towers' group, we got so used to seeing the transition. They seemed to score at will at times last year. The offense slowed down a bit at the end of last season. And look at this, they averaged 13 last year. That was best in the regular season, all the way down to 8 through 2 losses. Now, that number doesn't look very good, but if you've watched some of the highlights, if you watch some of the games, they've had glimpses. This has been the old chaos with a new name of Curtis Dixon, so they can still give you style and flair and production. They just haven't had the consistency through 2 games. Curtis Dixon just scored that goal. He's now under the helmet with Ryan Boyle.
Hey, Curtis, we've seen some highlights. We've seen some droughts. What do you guys need to do to get back on track today?
I got one. I think we're doing too many things individually, and it's short on the scoreboard. We haven't put enough goals in the net, obviously, and our defense stepped up and was huge last game. TK was awesome, but we got to figure out a way to put the ball in the net.
When you look at this Whipsnakes defense, discipline unit, what's going to be your approach tonight to find some openings?
Just being, just taking care of the ball. Obviously, like you said, they're a good unit, and they've held teams to low scores so far. So we just got to be disciplined with the ball and take good shots, and hopefully the goals will come.
Curtis mentioned his team maybe doing a little bit too much individually. I talked to head coach Andy Towers before the game. He said, we have to be more connected offensively. I said, what exactly does that mean? He said, every player has to execute his role within the framework of our offense. Here's a look at his starting lineups, delivered by Papa John's.
And you got to start on defense with the Defensive Player of the Year, Jared Newman, 0 2-point attempts so far this season. Need to get him in transition. He'll be covering Matt Rambo tonight. In the midfield last game, Jake Fakar, we saw his brilliance playing defense, on the wings, on offense. They need more of that tonight and as the series continues. And the look at the attack, these are such challenging matchups. Byrne is sometimes the guy that's overlooked here. He might have an advantage based off of kind of the overall matchups across the board.
And here's one example of how well things are going for Jim Stagnito. He has the MVP from last year, Matt Rambo. Well, he has 2 wins in this series by 13 points. Rambo has attempted only 4 shots. Here's a look at his starting lineups delivered by Papa John's.
Hard to say somebody's overlooked potentially, but Bryce Young is so athletic. He can bring you so much versatility. He played a little long stick midfield yesterday. He's such a tough cover. Mike Chanachuk, the 2-point king from last year. He got going yesterday, 3 goals, including a 2-pointer. You got to know where he is at all times. And we highlighted Jake Carlson. He had 4 goals yesterday. The garbage man. Let's see if he has another follow-up performance today.
In goals today, Blaze Reardon got better from game 1 to 2. This will be his toughest challenge yet against the Whipsnake offense. His counterpart, Kyle Bernlohr, only 1 over 70% for save percentage. He's done it best in the PLL Championship Series so far. Same can be said for his teammates at the face-off X. Joe Nardella easily getting it done better than everybody else. He's at 72%. And his opponent, Tommy Kelly, had a rough start to his series. He was better in game 2. And now he has the tough task of going up against the red-hot Joe Nardella. Whipsnakes at 2-0 and Chaos at 0-2. First of 2 games tonight on NBC Sports Gold, Water Dogs and Chrome. And another win for Joe Nardella there at the X. And the Whipsnakes get rolling on offense. Seven different players scored in a win yesterday. It came against Atlas. Most goals, as Ryan already pointed out to Jay Carlson, this is Chanichuk. Got hot as the game went on. A couple of big ones there in the second half. Brad Smith scored his first goal in the game yesterday. Saved to Reardon and bounces out near the midfield stripe.
I think that might have hit off the pipe just based off that trajectory. Brad Smith, he shows you right there what he brings to the table.
Zed Williams working, attempted the most shots, scored the most points for the Whips so far. Janet Chung open, goes crossfield, better shot there, goal.
Another pipe.
Well, ignore the horn, no goal. And here comes the Chaos offense. Sergio Salcido, only 1 goal so far. Jake Fercaro, same could be said for him. He bounces it wide right. So Andy Towers talking about the connectivity he's looking for on offense with crisp passing and everyone playing within the framework of the offense and not quite as much one-on-one. Dane Smith to his right, feeds inside, great look. And another save, Bernlohr.
Unbelievable save there by Bernlohr, and the Whips have numbers in transition if they want to take it.
Bernhardt, here's Matt Rambo. Back up top, shot for 2 from Earhart, wide left.
A really good cut there by Ty Werner, number 13. By going to the crease, he drew the attention of the defense. That allowed Earhart to be open on the perimeter.
Jay Carlson with those 4 goals. He wears number 32. Number 36, Zed Williams, had 3. Zed just gave it up. They work it up back up top. This is Joe Locascio working against Mark Lassini. Eight to shoot for Williams. Works his way around the crease. Tried to go low. Ball came out. Look up. Defense provided there by Jack Rowlett.
Yeah, and that was a really good possession there by Rowlett. On the previous approach, he really shaded to Zed Williams' right hand, almost daring him to go around the left side of the cage. And there again, as Williams drove up the left side, Rowlett patient. He knows he's coming back to his right. Smart defense there by Rowlett.
Today's pregame lines are powered by DraftKings, Whipsnakes' largest favorites we've seen yet in the championship series. Over-under at 22.5. We saw the first over go through last night. Dane Smith, shot clock at 15. Great look inside. Bernlohr again. Well, I mentioned he's at 70%. We've seen a couple of examples already.
I mean, those are goal-saving saves. And I know that's an obvious statement, but, like, these are in-tight balls. These aren't, like, routine, right? Something you're supposed to make.
Right.
Those he's, like, legitimately robbing the Chaos of goals.
2 saves already on the doorstep. Rambo lowers the body, goes down to a knee and back up, now pushes it back out. Fired that one over the head of Brad Smith. Lassini had a shot at it. Over and back, and it's for the Chaos.
They call that over and back, but
never really
the Chaos touched the ball, so before it went over the midfield line, or at least it appeared as though the Chaos reached over and got it before the midfield line.
Andy Towers would really like to see Jake Ficarro get going to his rights. Missed. You have both Ficarro and Salcido so far through 2 games with 2 total goals between them. The midfield unit still awfully slow to get started here scoring for the Chaos. This is Josh Byrne down to Dixon, leading scorer for the team. Rolls back. Here's a great shot. Missed that one too. 3 attempts from right outside the crease and no goals.
Again, the magnificent play by Bernlohr early on continues, and that's right on the doorstep.
3 times. New shot clock though. Salcido flips it back to Dixon, misses wide right.
Still a shot.
Connor Fields with it, has 4 goals this season, just like Dixon. Goes backhand. Bernlohr again. Pretty solid start for 35.
I mean,
it's a barrage of shots from in close.
If you're the Chaos, you're like, are you kidding me? Like,
good effort there by Bernhardt to keep that one alive to Matt Rambo.
I mean, if I'm the Chaos, I'm like, legitimately, like, how is this going to be all game? Like,
Whipsnakes leading the PLL so far this championship series in scoring offense and shooting percentage. And that's just offensively speaking. Great roll back inside. Zed Williams keeps it going. Williams leads this team with 6 goals, a variety of shots and creativity around the crease like that right there. That's the only goal. We are just getting started in Utah.
Nobody's popping. We're not rotating. Right now, guys, listen up. Right now, Kyle's saving her ass. On this end. Yep. Let's get upfield on the strong hand. Okay, number 1. Just let the ball do the work down. Okay? Right? Let the ball do the work down on this end.
Hey, over-communicate on our end, right? Let's talk about where we want to go from. Let's get a hard go and let's play.
Listen, we're not getting the pops and the exchanges, right? Do we need to go into an umbrella and just set the pick right off the top? Okay, and let's get the ball. Hey, what's Coach Burns? Yes. Let's before you guys, you haven't done it yet.
With this goal moments ago from Zed Williams, he is now tied with Jordan Wolf for the PLL Championship Series lead league in goals. This is his 7th. Good work there, athletic finish. His teammate is Matt Rambo.
Yeah, but come on, let's go. Oh.
hey, Matt, we just took another look at Zed's goal right there. You know, talk about the integration of these new guys, most notably, you know, Zeddy Ballgame to your right.
Zeddy Ballgame?
I don't know.
We've been calling him Zedzilla, but he's a big guy. You got a shorty on him right there, and that's obviously a mismatch. So he went hard to the net and tiptoed and dunked it. It was a great play by him.
Where did Zedzilla come from? Is that your? Did you come up with that or somebody else?
I don't know. Someone else said that. I saw Zeddy Ballgame yesterday.
I think you heard that from our booth. I'm going to take credit for that. Another shot and a miss. We talked to Jim Stagnita before this season started, and he said, you watch, Zed Williams is going to make Matt Rambo better. Back to his right, hands are free, shot, goal! Zed Williams has one, and Matt Rambo has one. Whips have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, just your classic question mark here. So you're going to see Matt Rambo drive up with his left hand, spin around, do a little roll dodge, change hands, and fire this with his right. So he's going to drive up. He's such a big load. So he gets up, drives in, plants his foot, changes hands, and buries. So this is a move you practice in your backyard, at a clinics, kind of time and time again. Young players out there, this is why. You master those fundamentals, and then when you get to the biggest stage, you don't have to think twice about it. What makes Rambo so special is typically, Paul, you see somebody carry with their weak hand so that when they roll dodge, they're shooting with their strong hand. Rambo has the flexibility to go in either direction.
Matt's third goal of the season. Whipsnakes had 7 different players score yesterday. They have 2 already today. There's a shot, and I was going to say a little bit high, but it almost went onto the practice field. So that was quite a bit high.
I'm going to give Nardella a pass. I think he's the only face-off specialist that's scored so far.
He has 2 goals. You are correct. Williams double-teamed. And 25 is Max Tuttle, last year's rookie. Draft pick of the Chrome. Trade in the offseason brought him here. John Hawes, free. Goal. Williams, Rambo, Hawes, 3-0.
It's just clinical. It's just clinical. And John Hawes, you know, we kind of referenced, they only protected 3 guys. You know about Rambo, you know about Shanny. If you didn't know about Hawes, I mean, you're talking about a top 3 two-way midfielder in the league, and really the guy that Stagnita was most excited about coming into this in terms of just an engaged John Hawes, a fully committed John Hawes. Like, look out. And we've seen it so far, the course of 3 games, his level of production all over the field.
And Jim's not exactly one to be easy to have, to be effusive with his praise. And he spoke quite highly of John Hawes and where he is with his game before this championship series started. Let's go to the field and check in with Tom Harris.
John, the temperature on the field says it's about 140. It doesn't seem to be bothering you guys right now. Your offense is just clicking.
Yeah, I think a big thing right now is we're just continuing to share the ball, to be honest. We really don't care who scores, whether it's first midfield, second midfield, the attack. I think that's the biggest thing right now. We're going to try to use the entire bench for the entire game because we know it's hard playing 2 games in 2 days.
How big is the familiarity a plus for you guys? So many guys from Maryland on this team.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think more than anything, we didn't all necessarily play together at Maryland at the same time, but I just think the continuity of what we do there has really, really helped us.
John, thank you.
Thank you.
Over half the players on this Whips roster played at Maryland. And as John pointed out, not necessarily together, but in that system. There's a save for Reardon. And now we'll see if the Chaos offense can get going here. We hit the 4-minute mark and they're down 3. Offense has been an issue for them, as we talked about before the game started, averaging only 8 points per game. And they went back to last year. In the last 5 games, including the end of last season, they haven't hit double digits with a score. Austin Stott's first-year player here in the PLL. Curtis Dixon back to Smith, 18 to shoot. Now 10 to shoot. Back to Dixon. Has 5, shoots, scores. Curtis Dixon now has a Chaos high 5 goals this season, and his team is on the board.
And he's going to utilize a move called the rocker step. So as he carries up, he checks the clock, knows he's short clock. He kind of plants, fakes the inside roll right there, and that allows him, when he comes back, to get enough top side and towards the middle of the field to increase his shooting angle. You know, it was just a matter of when they finally broke through. You've got to create really quality looks if you're going to get past Bernlohr. It finally happened, but I mean, Bernlohr's been on fire. Maybe that's the goal now that kind of gets the Chaos rolling.
Nardella has been excellent at the stripe. He's won all 4 faceoffs. And he's now won all 5. Whipsnakes, a good mix right now. The offense he got used to last year. Rambo was out there, Chanachuk as well. Hawes just gave it up, but you also see Zed Williams at 36, Brad Smith, and Max Tuttle. This is Brad Smith. Star out of Duke, finds his way in, shot a little high. Shot clock at 19.
I thought Reardon got a piece of that, no? No?
Sounded like it could have hit something. It might have been sticks hitting each other.
Yeah.
Rambo already has a goal. Shoots again. Save Reardon. Shot clock resets. Resets again, a new 52 for the Whips. Hawes skip past to Rambo. Little stutter. Fights his way in.
Going to be a crease violation there.
I was going to say pretty close, but he was actually in.
Yeah, it's going to be a crease violation. Really matter of whether they call it a push or not on Newman. Good discipline there by Newman, just kind of riding Rambo's hits, decreasing his angle, and kind of forcing that dive as opposed to pushing him into the crease, in which case you're either going to bail Rambo out or get a penalty flag.
Tim Muller wears number 14 for the Whips defense. Let's take a listen under the helmet as he directs the showdown.
Hey, see! By yourself, Thunder! By yourself! Hey, hey, Mike! Guys, Bryce, help up!
Sergio Salcido. His second goal of the season.
And that's why they traded for him, because he brings that dynamic quality in a one-on-one scenario. If you try to cover Salcido with a short stick, more often than not, he's going to generate a step. And in this instance, you can see a little off-ball seal there by Fracaro. So you heard Muller going, Mike! He's saying, Earhart, you've got to help. You're the first slide. So that's what that communication was. Fracaro does a subtle little job of kind of screening off Earhart. That way, once Salcido dodge, no slide comes, he buries it.
It was an example right there of what had Andy Towers so excited about getting him. He called him a slick dodger who can beat people off the dodge, whether it's a long pole or a short stick. Just his second goal so far. That's 6 out of 6 for the Whips at faceoff. Todd's on the field with Sergio Salcido.
Sergio, on your new team, you cut it down to 3-2. What did you see there on that individual play?
Well, I think as a team right now, connectivity is a goal for us, and we got to come together and start playing team offense. And that's a matchup we're trying to exploit. And nobody's slayed. I beat my matchup and made a play for my boys.
You guys are a big momentum team. Once you get it, you start rolling. The big question is, how do you get it and how do you keep it?
Just got to keep playing together, keep making the little plays, ground balls, face-offs, right, doing all the little things right. That stuff will add up and stack into bigger plays down the stretch.
Thanks, Sergio.
Appreciate you guys.
Sergio's goal cuts the lead from 3-1 to 3-2. Whips turn it over. They led at 1.3-0.
With 35 seconds left on the clock here, Chaos should be able to get the final shot of the quarter.
Chaos have goals from Curtis Dixon. He had the first, and just moments ago, Sergio Salcido. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. This is Eric Scott. Five seconds left. Scott, shot, save Bernlor. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Bernlor started that one strong and finishes it well. Whipsnakes at one point had a 3-0 lead. Chaos offense wakes up as the first quarter got longer. There's Rambo, his third goal. Sergio Salcido, the most recent one, and we head to the second with the defending champs leading by 1.
I had to beat you have enough of an angle on that? When I discipline, Jared. Then I'm wrong. Good job. Hey, offense. Every time down, we have had a good opportunity, a good scoring opportunity. The ball is moving. The goalie's made some nice saves, but Razor is going beautifully. And you guys are not holding the ball and everything.
See, when we move our feet and move the ball, fellas, we're fucking beautiful out there.
100%.
Keep it going.
Guys, like it's 3-2, and the reality is it could be 6-2. Right? It could be. You guys are creating consistent, high-quality opportunities within the framework.
We're all fucking stretch out there. That's why.
You fucking got it, Audie. Okay.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep the attack as is because it's looking really good. Miles, you're gonna get your minutes in the second quarter, I promise you. But guys, things are going well right now. The goalie's got a few more saves, and that's the difference. All right, we've had about 5 really good shots on cage. The goalie made saves. Stay disciplined, right? Great fucking transfer 5. We get 71 on the backside with no backup. It's lights out, right? Everything within the offense. Awesome job. Here we go. Guys, remember, we want to attack 84 when we get to single. Don't force it in if it's pretty good, right? There's a lot of pretty good opportunities out there. We want a great one, and the deeper we get, the more it's a win if we don't score. Do you guys understand that?
One last thing,
okay?
One last thing. When we do have 84, it doesn't mean we have to go great away, okay?
Right.
We still play in the system. If you want to get catch on the run, we don't want to backpedal into something, okay?
That's a great point. Anticipate that guy going right away if you're in Jason to get your ass through so he can go right off ball.
That's Matt Palem, head official, getting bandaged up. He had a little blood there moments ago. They took care of that. He'll come out and do his job. The PLL on NBC is presented in part by the Utah Sports Commission. In goal for the Whips, Cal Bernlohr. Face-off, Joe Nardella. Best in the business coming in. Terrific so far.
So why do you have the best team? Because you always have the ball, right? Nardella, 6 of 6 in the first quarter. So let's just start there. We're just always going to have the ball. And not only that, but he's also a threat to score anytime he picks it up. And then anytime you do make a mistake, defensively, you've got this guy Bernlohr in cage that just erases your mistakes. So you can see the recipe for them. It's just big, strong up the middle between those two players. It's just such an advantage, it's just in terms of overall possessions. And then you finally feel like, okay, we got a quality scoring opportunity. This is going in. And it's like, it just erases mistakes.
Right. Reminds me of the conversation we had before the series started with their head coach, Jim Stagnita. We hit him up on every player and all the changes. And at the end, he's like, guys, if we win faceoffs and make saves, we'll be fine.
Okay, it's easy for Jim to say. He's got 2 of the best in the world. I mean, look, Nardella dominated Baptiste the other day. I mean, we said 1A, 1B, and Nardella really owned that matchup.
He's over 70%, and he is perfect today. Might he score? No. Assist? Yes! Zeddy ball game, his second.
Well, couldn't have been better timing. We highlighted Nardella, and here he is. He wins this forward, picks it up. You have to respect him in transition, and he wisely makes this simple play, the single, if you will, that all the Whipsnakes reference time and time again. Hits point man Williams. A little late on the rotation is Coates, and Williams buries it.
How's it going for Nardella today, Ryan?
It's a pretty good day.
7 for 7. 8 for 8. And an assist. Chaos had cut the lead to 1. Joe Nardella not only winning another face-off, but an assist to Zed Williams for his second goal today. It's now back to a 2-point lead. Rambo, quick shot. Wide, didn't hit Blaze Reardon or the goal. Shot clock stays at 31. John Hawes has one goal already. Pulls it back. Brad Smith. This is Mike Chanichuk.
Good cut.
Shot clock at 15. Another good pass. Smith picks it back up.
Did that not hit Reardon? Did Hawes' shot not get through to Reardon?
There's only 2 to shoot. I thought it bounced off of Blaze Reardon.
Yeah.
If it didn't hit Reardon, didn't it hit the goal, which should reset the clock.
It must have hit a Chaos player on the way to the cage.
If he was in the crease, that should reset it as well. Shot. That was a 2 and a miss from Jake Ficarro.
You didn't see a lot of the Whips protesting anything, so maybe we missed something up here. It must have hit a Chaos player on the way to the cage. I didn't see it, Paul.
So we know the majority of this, if not all, of the Whips defense played at Maryland. What is that Maryland defensive system that they all know well and share now?
Well, it starts with terminology. So, I talked to Mike Murphy, and he's like, look, if 9 guys use the same term, like 1 or 2 guys will learn it, not the whole team.
Right.
So we'll start there. So there's just that continuity. And then in terms of what their sets and what they like to slide, they don't like to slide very often. So they kind of think if you slide, you're creating offense. So we're gonna kind of own our one-on-one matchups. And then anytime an offensive player is kind of seen rolling back and you see the back of his helmet, you've got yourself a double team, kind of a sneak attack double team. Those are some of the staples of this defense.
At 33, Matt Dunn, maybe he's been the best so far for them. They've all been good. Shot clock to 1. And as you were explaining how they do it, win there for the Whipsnakes / Maryland defense. And here comes Bernhardt, who also played at Maryland.
And I think, we talk about the Maryland continuity all the time. And it's important to know, like, if they were from a school that didn't win a lot, it's like, this is, we're talking about one of the most successful programs of all time. And really, over the last 10 years, especially under head coach John Tillman, and almost more important success is the culture of Maryland. They have culture, they struck such a strong culture, and that's what permeates the selflessness demonstrated by so many of these players.
You have a player like Brett Schmidt on defense, didn't play with any of the other regulars, but because he was in the system, he knows that terminology. It's a nice athletic move right there to save that from being over and back. Jeremy Sieberts. Shot clock down to 4. Max Tuttle knocked to the ground, down to 1, and they won't get a shot off. Curtis Dixon with it, wearing number 71, first year in the PLL after starring in the indoor game the last decade. He has a goal already. Austin Stott's also an indoor star, yet to score a goal here. Josh Byrne is open. Goal! Josh Byrne's 4th goal of the series.
Yeah, and Austin Stotts is really the guy to get it started here. You'll see on this strong dodge down the alley, freeze it right here. This is where you've got the double team. So now it's, can the offense spin it around the horn quicker than the defense can recover? And as we spin this, the key play here is freeze it right there one more time, is by Connor Fields going inside. Now you've got to respect the crease. That leaves all this space wide open for the Josh Byrne step down. So beautiful initial dodge by Stotts, which you've got to respect. The crisp ball movement and that subtle little cut by Fields. Beautiful execution offensively for the Chaos.
A lot of credit to Andy Towers' group. They haven't won a face-off yet. They trailed 3-0 and now they're only down 1. Still haven't won a face-off. Joe Nardella 9 out of 9. Zed Williams, 2 goals already. Goes down, ball knocked out. Chaos now with a chance to tie or go ahead.
Great defense there by Rowlett.
Great look inside. Goal. Curtis Dixon has 2, and we're tied at 4.
Early on, Curtis, it seemed like Bernlohr was doing such a good job. What's been the difference for you guys getting on a roll here?
We're just playing good team lacrosse. You know, we're moving it one more, finding the open man. We're not playing individual lacrosse, and that's just what's working for us so far. It's what's been the difference between today and the first 2 games.
On that last transition one, did they just kind of lose you during that turnover? Is that what happened there?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess down there. They dropped the ball and we pushed it, and you know that's the exact shot I missed in overtime last game, so I wasn't missing that one twice in a row.
I mean, clearly we've been led into the message behind the scenes of let's get away from individual play. This is Nardella. Shot, goal. My goodness. He's won every face-off. He has an assist and now a goal.
I mean, I think through this point, the halfway point, you've got to, if he's not the MVP, he's definitely one of the leading candidates, right? I mean, he's got a stat sheet in terms of goals and assists that a couple of attackmen would be like, do you want to, can I trade? Can I have that? It's been absolutely dominant at the stripe. And these goals are such backbreakers, right? You just did all this work to kind of climb back, tie it up, and then like that in an instant, boom.
It was a 4-1 run by Chaos. Joe Nardella finding a number of ways to keep his team in it and also ahead. They're now up by 1. Let's see if the Chaos can win a face-off. Battling for it. And there it is. They still managed to stay within 1. Mark Lucini with it now.
And that's the type of wing play that they need to see. They need to have better individual efforts from those wings, get in quicker. Nardella has really been getting TK mostly, you know, on those quick little draws.
Austin Stotts. Back to Scott. Smith. Gives it up. Shot. St. Bernlohr. "20 seconds to get it across the midfield stripe, so no rush. And Bernhardt walks it up. Still 33 seconds to shoot. Talked about the fact that the Whipsnakes are #1 in the league in points per game and shooting percentage. Haven't mentioned assists. They join the Archers as the only team at 6 assists per game, or the Archers are a little bit above 6. 14 to shoot. Rambo has 1 goal. Save. Blaze Reardon. Trying to match Kyle Bernlohr. Outlet pass to Resch. Good look inside. This is 2. And wide to the left. Whips won the run out. Did you see the same thing?
Yeah, I did. Good anticipation there by Dunn, and he kind of had that inside track on Dixon. Remember, it's where the ball goes out of bounds, so I thought the ball was going to a hair closer to the goal, so by Dunn having that inside position, I think that's what influenced the referee's decision there.
Sieverts haven't called his name much yet today. Back to Locascio. Another Maryland product to the left. Reardon another save.
That's an easy one. Let's see if the Chaos can get out now.
Already had Glacini on the outlet, but he hung on to it.
Well, and the Whips midfielders do such a good job of just kind of dropping back their comfort level, playing defense. You'll see Tuttle here.
So Byrne, he's scored. We've also seen Dixon score 2 goals today. The other attack man, usually the one we expect to score the most, Connor Fields. No goals, no assists yet.
Good play there by Muller, switching back in real time with Tuttle.
Salcido, push back. He has 1 goal. Roll back. Tried to push that one inside. Goes out of bounds. 11 seconds left to shoot. And it comes back to Whipsnakes.
Yeah, and he actually had this skip across the field to Dixon. That was the skip that I think was a little bit more clear. But against this Whipsnakes defense, you just got to make the simple adjacent passes, be disciplined, let those plays emerge. When you kind of force the issue, more often than not, it's going against you.
That was Mueller who knocked that one down. Williams, back to Hawes. Bounce.
That's off the pipe right there.
I think it hit that top pipe. Yes, it did. We got a new shot clock at 52. Rambo to the right, off the cage. Another new shot clock. Whipsnakes jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Chaos offense woke up. They're within one in spite of the dominance at the face-off X from Joe Nardella. Rambo inside. Williams has 3. Zed Williams didn't waste much time matching what he did yesterday. A hat trick against Atlas. Same thing against Chaos. His team is up 2.
And then if we have time, going to the open and singles. All right, guys, the razor looks really good. We're getting good looks. All right, so we're fine. All right, we got to get a couple of face-offs, and we got to finish the ball when we can get those opportunities. But we're in good shape. All right, guys, we look 100 times better. 100. We got 3 more miles here. Let's fucking finish this fucking quarter. Keep it up. Trust each other. We're all gonna get fucking awesome unless we keep playing like this. I love the boys right now too, right? We're so relaxed. So good. What midfield line is up? You guys are up? All right. Awesome. Run the razor play. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Relax. Breathe. Yeah. Offense is great. Okay, the inside's over there. So worried about Matt in the initial dodge. They're just coming. We got to make 2 passes to the inside.
Joe Nardella is dominating the faceoff. He's won 10 out of 11. He's also the only faceoff man in the league to have scored a goal. He has 3 of them. And let's point out why. It's not just winning right here. Check out the acceleration. He's gone. Gets himself wide open. And all of his goals he's scored, it's that acceleration right when he gets it that allows himself to be open like that. If there was a combine for face-off guys here, I might take him.
And he's using a variety of moves at the stripe. Looked like a pinch and pop there. He's used a quick rake. He's had counters when Kelly's won the actual clamp. And he's totally changed. Look at the Chaos wings. Look at them. They're all the way shaded down to the defensive side because they're just completely worried about Nardella winning in front and creating instant offense.
Violation there, though, so he will not be able to take the next face-off. That'll be Joe McCallion, backup midfielder for Whipsnakes. So Zed Williams has a hat trick. On the other side here, Chaos on offense. Number 71, Curtis Dixon, has a pair of goals to lead the way for them. Byrne back to Dixon. Trying to get it inside to Byrne. Stotts to his right. What a look behind the back. Goal. Miles Thompson, his first. Another 1-point game.
And you see the brilliance of Stotts and just how slick he is. You'll see this right-hand, one-hand cradle and just the little one-arm flick to Thompson. Look at this pass. You can see Thompson presenting a target. This little flip. And then in kind of one catch and sweeping motion, the beauty of Miles Thompson. But Austin Stotts is the guy. This was an all-world midfielder.
Right.
At the last World Games, as like an 18, 19-year-old kid, like incredible talent. NLL Rookie of the Year, so all series long, it's like, when are we going to see Austin Stotts?
Right.
Today, he's shown a little something.
Chaos leading the league, by the way, in behind-the-back goals. He somehow got that around done. Impressive.
But look, 2 of the goals in the second quarter has come directly from the efforts of Austin Stotts. So that previous one he didn't get an assist on, but he's clearly got the attention of this Whipsnakes defense.
Plays in the indoor league with Connor Fields, who wears 5, so has some continuity there with one of his most valuable teammates. Byrne with 1 goal, flips it inside. Ooh! Would have been another shot there for Jake Vaccaro and couldn't hang on.
That wasn't pass. They try to sell it as though it was a shot, but that was a pass.
Touch outlet there to Max Tuttle. Zed Williams now underneath to Rambo. Janet Junk, the 1 star for the offense here for the Whipsnakes, yet to score. Came alive in the second half yesterday for 2, and Reardon with a save. Inside of 2 minutes now, we're actually approaching the 1:30 mark, and amazing the Chaos are within 1. Tommy Kelly has, I believe, 2 face-off wins. Patrick Resch, left open, pulls it back, shot, wide left, pulled by Dane Smith.
And that's a great anticipation there by Dunn on that shot. You could see Thompson was kind of sneaking up to the crease, maybe for potential pass from Dane Smith. Byrne then would have the backup responsibility, so heads-up play there by Dunn on that run out.
Good wheels there by Locascio. Now the Whips can set it up and actually call timeout. 50 seconds left. Jim Stagnita will draw up a play with his team up 1, and we are back at 30.
Channy.
We got stuff.
Guys, right here.
From the deep.
Channy.
Gotta stay on.
Rambo. And Ozzy got the short.
Yeah.
Ozzy. Give me Jay. And that leaves me to
We are 50 seconds away from halftime. That's Jim Stagnita drawing up a play for his Whipsnakes. Potentially their last possession here in the first half. Looking forward to halftime. Coming up at halftime, we are looking forward to the company of Camille Kostick. You see the PLL hat there. She's one of the biggest fans of this league. Also has a deep connection to the sport of lacrosse. Played at a very high level herself. So she is waiting patiently, and she will be with us at halftime. All right, what are you drawing up here if you have the green light to direct the offense?
Yeah, so they're looking at a 1-4-1, so one guy up top, 4 across the middle, one guy behind. What's called a ball side mumbo. Just using some fun language here. So
is that official jargon?
Yeah, it is. So the wing play will come in, set a pick for somebody in the crease. Remember last year they were like, watch for the mumbo, watch the mumbo.
I do, yeah.
So that wing's going to come in, pick for the man on the crease who's going to come out. And then you're going to watch, probably Chanachuk will replace this Dodger just to prevent against transition and have that 2-point threat.
13-second difference between the shot clock and game clock, 30 to shoot. Rambo rolls back, puts a shoulder into Jared Newman, now double team, that's Patrick Resch. Rambo gets away, Chanachuk open, but penalty marker comes out, Blaze Reardon had that one picked off. Head official is Matt Palum.
Foul on red. 88, 1 minute slash.
So Jared Newman goes to the bench, and for the next 29 seconds, it's power play.
Yeah, you're going to see that check-in right down on Rambo's back, kind of back shoulder. So good initial defense covering that play. And then just kind of broke down in terms of discipline with the slash.
Williams to Chanachuk. To Haas, Vineyard Vines, power play. Back down to Rambo, inside, Carlson, goal. Power play pays off early for the Whipsnakes. Jay Carlson had 4 yesterday. His first today puts his team back up by 2.
Nothing crazy here, Paul. You're just going to see the ball spin around and freeze it right here. So the guy that you want to focus in on is Carlson right there, okay? And on this ball movement, you're just going to see a simple rotation and just people just forget about Carlson inside.
Jay Carlson doing what?
I don't know. We'll have to, ask, I guess. Is that Jay Carlson doing Jay Carlson things?
What's up?
I was saying, is that Jay Carlson doing Jay Carlson things?
Oh, that's Juicy Jay for you right there. That's what he does. 7, 6, 5.
Just scores goals. Zed Williams has 3. That one saved by Blair's Reardon, and no damage done on the other end. And the Whipsnakes jumped out to a 3-0 lead. They saw Tommy Kelly struggled at the face-off X for Chaos. Joe Nardella dominant there, leading the way to a 2-point halftime lead. Coach Stagnita is with Todd Harris on the field.
Coach, you got a bit of a 3-headed monster going with Williams, Nardella, and of course Bernlob in between the pipes. Happy with what you're seeing from those 3?
Well, we need it, because they're, they put a lot of pressure on us offensively, and Kyle honestly has kept us in this. Joe's gotten us, possession after possession. We're showing the effects of playing last night. We're a little bit tired. Our legs are a little bit heavy, and we're trying to play as many people as we can. But it's showing a little bit in some of our decision making, and I think we're creating some opportunities. We just, we got to shoot a little better. But again, guys, getting those possessions is allowing us to rest a little bit.
When the Chaos do go on those runs, what they did in the second quarter there, is that more a product of what they're doing or what you guys are not doing?
A little bit of both. I mean, they have really. They're really slick, and they're really good in those unsettled situations. We got to try to do our best to keep them out of those situations. So it's, certainly credit them. We're a little bit slow tonight, no question.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, thank you.
24 minutes still to play here in Harriman. The second half still to come. It's the Whipsnakes, the defending champions, on top by 2, 7-5 over Chaos. It's a hot day. Temperature on the field about 104. The heat continues when we come back.